Leslie's line.
You can tell a lot about a hockey team by watching it practice. When you watch Mike Polino's Peterborough Pete's practice, you see a team that is committed to improving every day. Mike tells us how the coaching staff approaches practice before the season starts.
We develop a yearly plan which identifies what we'd like to do as we go forward through the year, but we also reevaluate it at the end of each week or at the start of each week when we decide to put our practice plans into place. We come up with tactics with the different things. When we'd like to introduce a power play breakout, sometimes it has to get sped up or we can delay it a bit. Same thing with anything individual, 2-on-1s, 1-on-1s. But we have a general idea what we'd like to do, and then we put it in place at the start of each week.
Drills are an integral part of any practice, and Mike tells us where he gets his drills from.
Well, in all honesty, one of the most invigorating things is to come up with your own drills. But in saying that, everyone in the hockey world shares all their ideas. I've been a member of a Drill of the Week club where we get different drills from guys all around the world. Picking up drills when I watch another team practice. I've had the luxury of working with all kinds of outstanding coaches, and to be able to tap their brains and keep a copy. I've got actually every copy of practice that I've ever been a part of since I started coaching in the mid-'80s. So I've got all kinds of drills to draw from, and Jody, Clarkey, Ron Tugnut, we all have different drills that we share with each other and try to come up with the ones that are going to be most effective for us.
Every coach has his own coaching philosophy and style, and I asked Mike if he feels his practices reflect what he feels is necessary to improve his team.
I think so. We like to focus on skill development at the start of practice, where we'll do some basic type drills of passing, skating, shooting. We also really feel strongly about encouraging one-on-one play, battle drills, two-on-one competitions, and then the team drills are something that you have to do, whether it be a forecheck, a defensive zone coverage. We incorporate power play stuff virtually into every drill, whether it's subliminal or not. Some of it will call a power play part of a drill. Others will just do it knowing that it's going to benefit some of the tactics we use on the power play. But that would probably be the best way to identify what a typical practice looks like for us.
And as the season goes along, do the practices change to reflect the time of the season?
Definitely. As fatigue starts to set in, as guys have to deal more and more with injuries and aches and pains, we understand that we have to taper. We understand that they won't be quite as long as they would be at the start of the year. At the same time, especially at this level, we're continuing to try to do as much teaching as we can. And you can't shorten practices, although you can really sometimes use them to your advantage to build in some rest periods and so forth. But all the while getting in the intensity, getting in the conditioning, and getting in the teaching that you have to acquire.
With the OHL being a mainly weekend league these days, Mike describes a typical practice week for the Petes.
Monday will probably be more of a real hard work type practice where we'll throw in a conditioning drill at the end. We'll have a real high tempo in terms of our reps and so forth. We'll try to get a lot of players involved in the drills so they're going hard as they can throughout the entire practice. And we probably look at a practice of somewhere around 75 minutes in length. We have some time before practice, some time at the end of practice where the guys have individual time. And so it usually stretches out to anywhere from 90 to 110 minutes or so. As we go through the week, we'll start to focus a little more on specialty teams, maybe on some special situations and tactics, face-off plays and so forth. And Wednesday, the day before our games, we usually like to try to go for about 45 minutes, high tempo, a lot of flow, and a lot of energy and feel-good drills.